force that defined generations and defied the odds time and again. The Prince of Darkness, as he was affectionately dubbed, wasn't just a musician. He was a cultural cyclone, whirling through Black Sabbath's heavy metal genesis in the 1970s, his solo bat-biting antics in the 80s, and the reality TV spectacle of the Osbournes in the 2000s. His death on July 22, 2025 from heart failure at his Buckinghamshire estate, just 2 weeks after a poignant farewell concert at Birmingham's Villa Park, left a void that fans and family alike are still navigating. Yet, in the quiet aftermath, tributes have emerged not as mournful dirges but as vibrant celebrations of a life lived loud. None more so than the pumpkin mural unveiled at Sunnyfields farm in Taunton, Hampshire, a colossal artwork crafted from over 10,000 gourds that captures Ozzy's mischievous grin and signature peace sign. It's been more than 2 months since that fateful day, but Ozzy's spirit endures, woven into the fabric of his loved one's daily existence. Sharon Osbourne, his wife of 43 years and the steely matriarch who steered his career through tempests of addiction and scandal, led the family pilgrimage to the mural on a crisp autumn Sunday. Flanked by her children, Kelly, 41, the fiery fashionista and TV personality, Jack, 40, the producer and podcast host, and Amy, 41, the reclusive sibling who shuns the spotlight, they approached the installation with a mix of reverence and resolve. Kelly's fiancé, Sid Wilson of Slipknot fame, joined them, cradling their 1-year-old son Sidney, a tiny torchbearer for the next generation of rock progeny. The scene was intimate yet profound. Sharon, in a black leather jacket emblazoned with Black Sabbath patches, placing a hand on the pumpkin-rendered cheek of her late husband, her eyes misting but her posture unbowed. This tribute, born from community ingenuity, feels tailor-made for Ozzy's irreverent soul. Farm owners Tom and Ian Nelson, master pumpkin carvers with a flair for celebrity homages, conducted a public poll in September to select this year's honoree. Ozzy clinched 70% of the votes, edging out legends like David Bowie and Freddie Mercury, a landslide reflecting his grassroots appeal. The mural sprawls across a hay-strewn field, Ozzy's wild mane rendered in orange orbs, his eyes twinkling with etched seeds, and a bat mid-flight carved from darker hues. "He was larger than life, so we went big," Tom Nelson quipped in a local interview, noting how the project involved volunteers from nearby villages, each sharing stories of Sabbath concerts that changed their lives. Unveiled under a harvest moon, it draws hundreds weekly, turning grief into a communal harvest festival complete with live music and Ozfest-inspired food trucks. For the Osbournes, the visit was a cathartic homecoming. Sharon, who met Ozzy in 1970 as a music executive's daughter and became his manager-wife savior, has long been the family's North Star. Their union weathered storms, Ozzy's substance battles, near-fatal quad bike accidents, a 2019 Parkinson's diagnosis that he faced with defiant humor. "Ozzy taught us to laugh at the darkness," Sharon reflected in a recent BBC documentary, her voice cracking only once. The farewell concert at Villa Park, Sabbath's birthplace, was a tear-soaked triumph. Ozzy, frail but fierce in a wheelchair throne, belting Paranoid, as pyrotechnics lit the brummy sky. 2 weeks later he slipped away peacefully, surrounded by Sharon's whispers of love. Kelly Osbourne, ever the emotional core, arrived at the mural with a bouquet of black roses, Ozzy's favorite, symbolizing his gothic flair. Her journey mirrors his. From child star rebellion on the Osbournes to sobriety advocate, Kelly has channeled familial chaos into purpose. Sid Wilson, her partner since 2022, brought a sense of stability. Their son Sidney, named after the Slipknot frontman's own moniker, toddled toward the pumpkins with wide-eyed wonder. "This is Grandpa Ozzy, he'd have you headbanging already," Kelly joked, though tears betrayed the jest. Jack, more reserved, filmed the moment for his upcoming podcast series on rock legacies, while Amy lingered at the edges, her presence a quiet victory over her aversion to publicity. The timing of the visit amplified its poignancy, coming mere days after Sharon's birthday, the first without Ozzy's off-key rendition of Happy Birthday, laced with innuendo. Kelly orchestrated a surprise straight out of a rock fairy tale. While Sharon slept, she transformed the living room into a shrine of memories. Vintage Sabbath posters, Ozzy's Grammy Awards dusted off, and a cake frosted with edible bats. Shared via Instagram stories on Thursday, the glimpses showed fairy lights twinkling over photo collages. Young Ozzy and Sharon at their 1982 wedding, the family amid the Osbournes mania, and recent shots from the Villa Park gig. "To the woman who held us all together, happy birthday, Mum. Dad's partying with the angels," Kelly captioned, the post garnering millions of well wishes. Ozzy's legacy, however, transcends family pilgrimages. Black Sabbath's innovation, Heavy riffs birthing metal, lyrics plumbing war's horrors and war pigs. Influenced titans from Metallica to Billie Eilish. His solo career with hits like Crazy Train blended horror show theatrics with heartfelt ballads, selling over 100 million albums. The Osbournes, the 2002 MTV juggernaut, humanized him. The bumbling dad shuffling in slippers, Sharon's sharp wit clashing with teenage Kelly's eye rolls. Post-death, tributes poured in, Birmingham renaming a street, Osbourne Way, a Hollywood Walk of Fame star posthumously etched, and a biopic greenlit with Ewan McGregor in talks to portray him. Yet, for Sharon and the kids, the pumpkin mural offered solace and specificity. Standing amid the gourds, they reminisced. Ozzy's pumpkin carving contest during Halloween specials, his aversion to healthy foods leading to epic pie fights. He'd love this, thousands of pumpkins, zero kale, Jack chuckled. The visit extended into evening with impromptu jam sessions. Kelly on vocals, Sid on turntables remixing Iron Man. It was a micro-Ozfest proving grief's alchemy, from loss to legacy. As autumn deepens, the mural will fade with the frost, but its impact lingers. For the Osbournes, it's a reminder that Ozzy's light, wild, wicked, wondrous, illuminates still. Sharon, ever the warrior, vows to carry the torch. Managing estates, curating archives, perhaps a final tour of holograms and hits. In Totten's Fields, amid pumpkin peels, they found not closure but continuation. A fitting ode to a man who bit heads off bats but mended hearts with music.